Hello everybody, this is Logan Beat, and today we are doing our review of Solo, a Star Wars story, which I'm super excited to be doing this review because I loved the movie. So first, really quick, I just want to show you. You can see the Brickheads review is uploading as of the time of recording this video. So that's kind of funny. But anyway, let's get started. So, first of all, we're just gonna really quick take a look at accuracy in terms of these two Lego sets to the movie. Pretty accurate, except for Han and Qi'ra having blaster pistols in this set when they don't have it in the movie at this point. And there's no guns on this speeder, from what I can remember. Corellian Hound's accurate. And the minifigures are accurate. This speeder, pretty accurate to the movie. The patrol trooper, very accurate to the movie. It's funny that they actually include the recruitment officer, because he's the one who, spoilers starting now, gives Han the last name Solo. So this is our spoiler review. We will be uploading a spoiler-free review, probably today as well. So, here we go. Solo, a Star Wars story, was a freaking awesome movie. I love the characters, I love the story, I love everything about the movie, except for one specific thing, which is the fact that Rio and Val die so early on in the movie. Personally, I was not a fan of Val at all. She was frustrating me since she first appeared on screen. I wish they could have given her some more time to prove herself to be a cool character or something like that, but they didn't. And now she is my least favorite character in Solo. Rio, however, I thought he was hilarious. And he was a really cool character. So it sucked to see him go so early, but yeah. Anyway, though, in Solo, we see Han and Chewie's first meeting, which I loved. That scene was freaking great. I loved how Han tried to and successfully spoke some Wookiee language. I can't remember the name of the language, my apologies. But that was all good. And then there was, let's see, them escaping together, and I thought it was really funny when Han's taking the shower and then Chewie just walks in. Now, one problem I had in the movie was Qi'ra's constant betrayal. It was bothering me a bit, but I was very surprised with the appearance of Darth Maul. That was freaking awesome. He was so cool, just out of nowhere. At this point, he's actually just Maul, not Darth Maul. But that's beside the point. That was just super cool, with Maul just coming in out of nowhere. I was not expecting that at all. And a couple months ago, me and my friend who went to see Solo with me, we predicted characters that could be in Solo. And we said maybe Maul will be, but we doubted it because it wouldn't really make sense. And then just, poof, there he is. And it's like, yo, that's crazy. But it was great. I think that was some really good service to the fans. But, about that cliffhanger ending, though, with Qi'ra leaving to go meet Maul, this has to mean there's going to be more movies in the Solo storyline. Either that, or they're going to make some new comics, or some new novels, or they might do an animated series like Clone Wars and Rebels, actually, which would be really cool to see. However, I think an animated series would fit better with Enfys Nest than with Qi'ra, or Han, or Chewie, or even Lando, for that matter. However, if we do get another movie, which we probably will, like, I've heard that there's gonna be, like, Solo is gonna be a trilogy, except they're not all gonna be called Solo. I believe it was either The Stupendous Wave or, Star Wars Theory said that. That's where I got this from, there's like a trilogy is what Solo is gonna be. My guess is that Boba Fett and Lando Calrissian, because Boba Fett's movie has been confirmed. They said they would like to make a Lando Calrissian movie, but it's not been confirmed. Those two movies, I would assume, would be the other two for the Solo storyline, which would be really cool. But that is totally beside the point, guys. Back to the movie. Maul's appearance was awesome. Tobias Beckett's death was kind of odd. I wanted to know what Beckett was going to say to Han before he just shot him. And it was like, well, that kind of sucked, because I kind of liked Tobias. I thought he was kind of a cool character. Sorry my hands keep going off screen. Honestly, I'll just keep them off screen entirely. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was kind of odd, that he just got, like, shot by Han out of nowhere, but, I don't know. One thing I will say is that, the Kessel Run, that was a pretty neat scene. It was not what I was expecting at all for the Kessel Run, honestly, but I liked it. Now, I would like to talk right now about the mission on Kessel. The whole thing with, L3 releasing the droids. It was actually a pretty funny scene. However, L3's death, I wasn't very affected by it, because I wasn't really into, L3 all that much. She was just kind of obnoxious, I guess. But, I don't know. Let's see, what else do we have to cover? So, yeah, the Kessel Run was pretty neat. Not what I was expecting whatsoever, but it was awesome. And then we get to them landing on the planet, which I unfortunately do not remember the name of, where they get the stuff. I can't remember what it was called. It was the unrefined, like, hyperfuel, I think it was called. Something like that. They get it refined on that planet. It was kind of amusing, where, Han's like, yeah, we made the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs, and then Chewie, he kind of grunts, and then Han's just like, it's 'cause you round down, and it was funny, which means that it wasn't actually 12 parsecs, but it was just a bit of an amusing scene there. And the whole thing with Lando being like, I get my share, and then I never want to see you again. It It was kind of funny. Obviously, he was happy at the end in the reunion, where they play a game of sabacc, where Han wins the Falcon. Lando's look on his face, though, when he realizes that Han won, he was disappointed, but, yeah. Let's see, but I would like to, again, talk about the whole Maul thing. Quoting Palpatine here, "A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one." It was really a welcome surprise to see Maul. I can't stop talking about Maul being in the movie. That was freaking awesome. I loved it. There was, like, I don't know, that was just freaking great. I'm a big fan of Maul, so it was really cool to see him in the movie. Let's see, what else can we talk about? Yeah, we can obviously tell that, the big shot gangster that, Tobias mentions on Tatooine is obviously Jabba the Hutt. I do like how they mention that Tobias Beckett killed Aurra Singh, because that was a cool thing, if you noticed it. Just to call back, to the Clone Wars and to Episode 1 even. Let's see, and, we also hear mention of Bossk in the movie, which was pretty cool. I actually wonder if, I wonder how different the story would have been if Bossk actually had joined the team, and they had, if they hadn't decided to not bring him on. If they had decided to bring him on, I wonder how it would have changed. Let's see, the whole scene on the yacht, the battle scene, was pretty cool, I think. But it wasn't my favorite scene or anything. My favorite scenes of the movie would have to be, the train heist, or the conveyix is what the train was called, the heist. The Kessel Run, and probably the scene where Han wins the game of sabacc and wins the Falcon. Those are probably my 3 favorite scenes in the movie. Maybe also Han meeting Chewie was also one of my favorites. However, one thing I will say, I was not much of a fan of Enfys Nest. Pretty sure I said that earlier. She just was not a very interesting character to me. Yeah. I thought it was interesting that they did a time skip, the 3-year time skip between, the scenes on Corellia and, the, Mimban, Mud Trooper scene with Han. There's a 3-year time skip there, which was pretty neat. Yeah, I loved the movie. I believe I've actually talked about everything that there is really to talk about in the movie. Obviously, Han gets the, DL-44 in the movie, which is cool. Yeah, I think there's not really much else to talk about. But personally, this is my favorite Star Wars movie. It was just my kind of movie. I think the, graphics of it, like the CGI that they used in it, was pretty spectacular. And I don't know, I just really liked the movie. There wasn't really anything not to like about it. I think if there was one thing I would have done different with it, is I would have probably given what's it called, Rio and Val more scenes, I think. However, I was a bit disappointed that we did not see Jabba or Boba Fett, but Jabba is mentioned, the big shot gangster on Tatooine. Let's see, what else is there okay, yeah, there's something stupid. Darth Maul, or just Maul, rather, he turns on his lightsaber in the hologram message call. He turns it on, and then he turns it back off, and then the call ends. That was like a waste of time for him to do that. Why would he just turn on his lightsaber out of nowhere just to turn it back off? That was just kind of stupid, but I don't know. I was happy to see Maul. That was probably the highlight of the film for me, besides the Kessel Run and Han meeting Chewie and the game of Sabacc that Han wins the Falcon in. Some other scenes that I did like, also the train heist was one of my favorite scenes as well. Some other highlights were the land speeder scene on Corellia. And the Mud Trooper trench scene was pretty neat, I guess, but it wasn't anything special. But yeah, this has been quite the long video, actually. So yeah, I guess we're gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching my review on Solo, a Star Wars story, and our next video that we will be uploading is our spoiler-free review of Solo, a Star Wars story. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and sorry for my dog barking super loud, she's kind of stupid, but, anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.